Here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm joined Richard Flynn, who is going for Science and Engineering Faculty Convenor. Yes, that's a tongue twister. Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm good, Sophie. How are you?
Good. Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Richard. I'm a second year. I'm studying maths and computer science. And yeah, I decided to run for science computer.
Excellent. How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Um, I'd go with hardworking, patient, and curious.
Ooh, interesting. I haven't heard that one before. So what do you think the role entails?
Um, Sorry. Uh, just bringing up science students' issues in the SU and making sure they don't forget about us, I guess.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's so important. Especially it's such a big part of Maynooth. The science, I didn't even realise that until I actually went to Maynooth, that science is such a huge area in Maynooth. Science and engineering, of course. So what can you bring to the role?
Um, I think I bring a lot of enthusiasm for it. I also feel like being like an access student, I've kind of had a lot of experience having dealing with like accessibility issues and having to deal with like lecturers and departments to try and get accommodations for myself. So I kind of had to learn how to get issues sorted.
That's really interesting. So, like as a second year, like me, we've only had a small amount of time on campus. So, how have you been involved within the university and the Students' Union so far?
Um, I've definitely gotten a lot more involved this year.
Yeah.
In the SU. Well, I'm an academic rep, also a student supporter, involved with the Welfare and Equality Forum in the SU. And then, well, with the university, I'm a map ambassador for the Access Office, so helping with Launchpad, which is the orientation for Access students, and also involved with societies a lot, and then be working with the SUs through that. So, for the SU's Charity Week, I organised a live stream with the games and the computer science societies.
Excellent. Um, so as we all know, it's all on social media this year, this election. So, tell me a bit about your campaign.
Um, uh, um, well, so for my campaign, I've just been trying to talk about myself and my ideas online, get people to see them, and learn about them. It's been, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Are you finding the difficult with it all being online, or?
I am finding it difficult, but I feel like in some ways I kind of, in a weird way, I'm kind of happy with being online because, like, when I was thinking about running for the role, I was like, well, I have no idea how to run an election campaign. But then I thought, well, it's online this year for the first time, so probably a lot of other people don't know how either.
These are all in this together. So how do you plan on securing the votes of students?
I think I'm pretty like confident in myself and what I have to say, and I think people will vote for me on that.
Excellent. So, do you have any plans or ideas that you'd like to bring to the Students' Union if you were to be elected?
Mm-hmm. So, what I want to work on, like as a faculty convener, is improving the sort of relations between the student union and the different departments in science and engineering, so that we can use that to reach more students because students tend to listen to the departments. And I also want to improve the like rep constituencies, which is just like the list of all the different courses and subjects that have academic reps. That can have mistakes in it that need to be corrected each year. And I think what I want to look at is, mistakes probably shouldn't be happening in the first place. So I think I want to look at involving having more like student input into that, so that because people know the details of their own courses and subjects, so that they will be able to spot the mistakes.
Excellent. Is there anything else? Sorry.
Yeah. I also want to encourage like as many students as possible to get involved in the SU. So filling up rep positions, and then also encouraging people to get involved in other parts like the Welfare and Equality Forum, because that's an important part of the SU, and I don't think it gets promoted enough. And I also want to work a lot on accessibility for supports like the Mat Support Center. I know like when I came into Maynooth at the start of first year, I first went to the Mat Support Center, and it was just very, very busy at the time and quite noisy, which is a problem for me because I have sensory processing issues. And so I did. I talked to Kieran Lochinvar, who was in charge of the Mat Support Center at the time, about getting sort of like a quiet hour set up for it, and that didn't happen at the time, but I'd like to look at it again and see if that can be arranged.
Excellent. So this kind of ties in with that, but like, how are you going to campaign for the students within the role?
Well, like I said, I want to try to like work with departments as much as possible and like get the changes made, but also like I know from seeing last year what happened when the university removed supports for third and final year math students. What had to happen was the student union had to protest that, and that is what eventually got those supports given back to students. So that is something that we always have to be ready to do.
Excellent. So my final big question for you is, what does this position mean to you?
It is an opportunity to help students. That's what I want to do.
Brilliant. So now we're getting into my favorite part of the interview, the quick fire round. Lets people get to know you as a person. So first of all, Richard, tea or coffee?
I wouldn't have either a lot, but slightly prefer tea.
Yeah, I feel like people if they aren't inclined to drink either, like tea is a more popular option. Cats or dogs?
I don't like this question because I don't have either, and I want one. But I had to say cats because of my appreciation for library cats.
Oh yeah, everyone loves the library cats. With lockdown, have you been watching any TV, and what would you say is your favorite TV show?
I think I tend to forget most TV shows as soon as I finish watching them. I'm currently watching through Avatar because I said to someone that I'd never watched it, and they immediately said, "Go watch it now." It's quite good.
Do you have a favorite film?
Same thing, really. I think my favorite film that I watched last year was Paris is Burning. It's a really interesting film.
Excellent. Do you have anything that you're afraid of?
Heights. I have a really bad fear of heights.
I'm the same. If you could be fluent in any other language, what would it be?
Irish.
Yeah. I'm studying Irish, and I'm the same. If I could be fluent, I would. Apple or Android?
I have an Android, but I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I feel like people are I feel like this might be a bigger question about 5 or 6 years ago, but I feel like people are just the phone, it's grand.
to be honest, like for a computer science student, I don't know that much about technology, so I couldn't tell you a lot of the difference.
This is a very controversial question. Is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
It's a biscuit.
Yeah, good. Right answer. Right answer. We already answered this, but have you any pets?
No.
No. And finally, have you any unusual nicknames?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe I'm not the right person to answer. Maybe people are calling me things that I'm behind me. I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Richard. I'm so sorry for the confusion beforehand, but we got here and we are done. Just as I've said in every other interview, please, everybody remember to register to vote if you aren't, and please get out to vote on, I can't even remember what day it is today, on Wednesday, March the 10th. And also
go to the MSU website, msu.ie/voice/vote, I think it is.
And also, it's very important to know what faculty you're under. And if you're under arts, Celtic studies, philosophy, or science and engineering, or social sciences, it's very important to know so you know who to vote for on March 10th. Richard, is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
No, I think that's good. Just remember to vote.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sophie.
Bye.